being an independent artist means having to wear many hats. There's no better example than today's guest, Rex in the Rhythm. Rex is a singer-songwriter, artist, and former member of the band Cover Drive.
As challenging as the independent journey is, or at least the creative journey is, one incredible trade-off is that you get to go on this incredible adventure.
It's just important to have community in what we do because I don't know what I would do. Like my LA family is the one that's...
It's really the only way to survive being independent. You need the community. You need the team.
I'm your host, Zenya, not your guru, just your girl. Thank you so much for joining us, Rex.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Really appreciate you being here. It's just such an honor to have you.
Of course, darling.
Now, Rex, tell the people them about yourself.
Yes, as Zenya so eloquently put it, I am Rex. I'm from Barbados. I was in UK #1 charting band Cover Drive for like 10 years. Moved to LA 3.5 years ago. Been continuing my musical journey solo. And you can find me singing at Andy's most Saturday nights.
I went last week and it was fire.
It was a good time.
He performed for his birthday.
I did.
Fire.
I wanted to have a birthday gig for so many years.
That's when you know you're a true artist, when you're like, I want to perform on my birthday.
Or maybe that makes me like a creative narcissist or something.
No,
like, look at me for my birthday. It's my party.
No, it doesn't. That's so sweet of you to give a gift on your birthday. I think that's
well,
sweet.
Okay, I'll take that. I had a blast.
Perspective is everything.
I had a blast. Thank you for being a great sounding board.
Is the glass half full or is it half empty?
It's full of rum.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, So I feel like it's important for us to have a conversation about being independent artists in LA, like doing our thing. And you've had so much success in your career before being an independent artist. What's the transition been like? What did you go from and what have you come to? Like,
what I described it as at a gig recently, I went from, I called it like being at the top of the mountain to the bottom of the river. So Cover Drive had a meteoric rise to success very quickly. So I got signed when I was 16. By the time I was 18, we were at the top of the charts in the UK and already had like a #7, then a #3. And that same year we got dropped. Politics, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
And then forced into independent musicianship, artistry. And it took a second to figure out what it meant to be a musician again. Because at that time I was so young, I thought that being signed means that you are a musician or a creative.
Right.
And in being independent, you had to find a different love, or a truer love, I would say, because it's not about the glitz and glam. It's really about a love for the craft and a love for the energy transfer that comes with performance.
Yeah.
And honestly, I consider my independent journey thus far a blessing because of how much I've learned and the amount of beautiful people that I've met on this journey that I might not have had the opportunity to if I had remained signed, So.
But it probably wouldn't have felt like that in the beginning.
No, in the beginning it didn't.
This is in hindsight.
You get perspective
speaking.
As we get older,
Yeah.
Back then it was just like, flashing lights and wow, people screaming and whatnot. And when you're playing to a big crowd, it's easy because everyone's just hyped already. But when you're playing a crowd to one person, no one gives a shit about you. That's when you really find the love for the art form. It's like, do I really want to do this? Like, do I enjoy performing? Do I enjoy just the rush of being on stage, no matter how big the audience is?
Right.
And I found that in that process. To this day, my favorite gig that I've played was in Milwaukee at some university. And it was the one sunny day they had that week. And it was booked to be inside, but the sun came out and no one showed up. It was just the promoter. Just the promoter for the gig. And he's like, I'm so sorry you don't have to perform. I'm like, no, we're here to perform. Like, what do you want to hear?
I love
And it was great. It was great. Later on, like 3 people came in drunk and we partied with them. We brought them up on stage. And it was at that moment I was like, nah, we do it for the love. We don't do it for the likes,
I love that. And this is like Rex's attitude, period. Like he's always glass half full, like always be optimistic.
As an independent artist, and I know you have to be because journey and lessons aside, not sugarcoating it, it is very difficult. You have to do a lot all the time and you're constantly, well, at least if you're doing it like how we do it, trying to find ways to improve yourself and to not stay stagnant and to remain fluid and learn from people that you meet along the way,
Truly. And then, so you went from pop music?
Yeah, like pop. We call it carib pop.
Carib pop,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so how did you decide to go into the style that you're doing now? Because you are like multifaceted. You can play pretty much every instrument
Almost.
and very well.
Oh,
so I mean, you're a drumming is
drumming's first, yes.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
So how did you decide to go from carib pop to the style that what would you describe the style that you're doing now?
Right now I'm in more of an alternative soul pocket, I would say. Well,
with a carib flavor.
With a carib flavor,
yeah.
a little bit of Bajan seasoning, you know. When the band disbanded in 2018, honestly, I didn't know if I wanted to do music anymore. Wow. And you know, when you talk with Tracy about pivoting.
Yeah.
you know, when you try and be like, you know what, maybe it's not meant for me. You keep getting pushed and keep getting called towards a certain area. And I just kept getting that push back towards music. But at the time, now a solo artist, I didn't really know what my voice was. I didn't even like my voice to begin with. I didn't like how it sounded on things. So I was like, you know what? Let me just create a sound that fits me rather than try to make me fit on something else. So just a product of a lot of experimentation and a lot of time inside. The pandemic was a great honing ground for me trying to discover myself as a solo artist.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm now on a stage where the music I make, I want to be able to perform it live. So I approach music creation with the intention of performing it on stage.
Right.
Now.
And you skate too.
I do skate, yes.
You've kind of implemented like a bit of that life, that sound.
Yeah, that little bit of that pocket, you know. Yeah. One of my goals whenever I create music is that even if I'm making something that's not necessarily hip hoppy in a sense, I want it to be skatable. Yeah. I want it to be cruisable.
And by like coastal, it's very coastal.
Yeah.
I would say it's like coastal pop alternative. Oh, well, no, I don't know.
I like the term coastal as a descriptor, as an adjective.
Yeah, okay,
that's
well,
cool.
you know, you heard it here first.
Coastal soul.
Coastal soul.
That's cool.
You heard it here first.
Z, man. Yeah, man.
Okay, so we've been kind of talking about how as independent artists, our release dates that we may have our release dates set up ahead of time. And then there'll be some kind of like, as per usual, some kind of tragic event or some kind of universal something. And then all of a sudden on our release date, it's inappropriate for us to release.
To eat,
right? So these are like, we wanted to kind of talk about some of the things that we go through as independent artists when we've got a song that's ready to go and then boom, say for example, fires will happen and it's like, why would you release a song at this time? Because it's so offensive, that's so inappropriate, but yet people are allowed to go to their day jobs. And that's not offensive.
I don't know when it happened or when the disconnect between what we do and what they do became so stark. But y'all, this is what we do. Like we this is how we get paid, or at least how we work our way towards getting paid. And of course, I don't want to be insensitive to the fact of these things happening in the world, but it's really not us trying to make light of something that's happening.
Or it's not narcissistic.
It's just our job. We have to release music so that you can listen and hopefully we'll be able to afford the lifestyle we choose to live.
Oh my God. It's like the things that people want you to do in order to like suit themselves or just say something. Everybody's always got something to say. Yeah. When it comes to us releasing our music or us doing anything, it's always inappropriate because this is going on in the world or this is going on in the world. It kind of makes
music seem like the bastard stepchild in a sense, just how it's treated overall. I mean, even down to, okay, independent artists outside of releasing music, how do we get paid? We do shows. And there are a lot of places that exploit artists because they're trying to get their names out there or they'll refuse to pay you, or they make it seem like, well, you should be grateful to have this opportunity. I am, but still, gratefuln's does not pay rent. It really doesn't. Or afford eggs in this economy.
Oh my God, not even eggs. Exactly. I'm like, $10, what the heck?
Right.
So it's like, it's been one of those things where there's always something that kind of gets in the way of a release date. And then not to mention our own reservations about our own music. And is this what people want to hear? Or is now, does this sound like this? Or even like the other thing I was thinking is like playing your music in front of other artists and then they kind of jack your style. Like we go through.
Oh man,
you had that happen?
I yes, I've had that before. It's just, you when you're playing new music for people and you want to get the reactions, there's always like a tell where it's, oh, they actually like what you do and they're like happy for you versus like, nah, I'm gonna steal that. Nah, I'm gonna steal that, or I can do that better. And then they go and do that shit.
What's that saying that what is it? The copying, the flattery. What is it?
Highest imitation highest form of flattery.
Cancel
Yeah,
that.
no.
Cancel that. That is the biggest crock of shit I ever heard.
I agree.
No, don't copy me. Don't copy me at all.
Copy me after I've done it.
Yeah.
Like, don't steal from me before I put it out,
Like, there's like so many intricacies as an independent artist. Like, you want to get your name out there. You want to get your music out there. And then it's like, should I put this on social media before I release it? Will someone else take that idea?
It's because we don't have the protections, we don't have a union. We don't have and it's, I feel like music industry operates in this comprehensive gray area.
Yeah.
Where it's just pirates on the ocean just shooting cannons at each other.
So true. Oh my God. That's a perfect analogy, actually.
And you're just trying not to drown the whole time or get hit by a cannonball,
And then we have to take on so many other different jobs in order to eat.
It's a comprehensive job.
LA is not like it is. I would say I've thought about moving so many different times and I'm like, I don't know where else I could live that gives me these opportunities. But it's also, I know that if I lived somewhere else, I probably wouldn't feel this kind of stress.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to take on so many different jobs in order to keep moving forward.
Your own stylist, your own manager, your own label, your own producer or vocal producer, songwriting, your own PR, your own, the list
engineer,
goes on. And your own engineer, your own
producer,
musical director. Just everything. So in a sense, you're getting a comprehensive upbringing in a particular field. But at the same time, it's like one person can only do so many things well, And then the next problem is actually finding worthwhile team members and team players to help advance your narrative, but also finding people that can reciprocate that energy. Well, you can reciprocate with them. So it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off. And there's a lot of unfair trade, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it's especially in a place like LA, and not to shit on LA, but there are a lot of people here who perpetuate a stereotype of what people consider LA to be,
Yeah.
So finding your tribe to assist you in achieving your goals is another challenge, especially out here.
Because trade-off is key. I truly believe, like, if you don't have the money to be able to afford something from your engineer or another producer, it's like offer your services as well. Like we do that a lot. You'll help me with projects and I'm like, do you need anything with my vocals? Do you need this or do you need that? Or we're always trying to find a way to build what we've got going on without having to come out of pocket. It's just like, you got to use what you've got to get where you're going.
It's true.
To get where you need to go, to get to the next step. True. So it's, LA is next level. And I know you're not like an original LA resident. I'm not either. So coming from different places and then having regular friends and friends that don't understand this business and they're like, hey, you never call me anymore. And and they want to sit and talk forever on the phone. It's like,
I will say LA, I think there are varying degrees of this term I'm going to use. So main character syndrome, I think there's a toxic side of it and then there's like a non-toxic side of it. But I think to survive in LA, you have to exhibit at least a little bit of that because like you said, it's so fast paced. Everyone's going 1,000 miles an hour and you have to be so spearhead focused on how you're going to continue advancing what you're trying to do out here to justify you being out here because it's expensive as shit.
Yeah.
And people who are not part of the scene or the career field that we chose, or even in LA, they have a really hard time understanding that.
Yeah.
And I find, at least from my personal experience, and you can say from yours, people fall by the wayside as a result of that. Continually.
But it's not personal.
No, it's not personal, but they take it personally. And you're like, but wait, no, but I love you though. But like, I'm just trying to achieve my dreams, y'all. Like,
it's like, I mean, I was talking to a friend about rent where she's from and then rent here. And my friend was like, it's so expensive. This is in Australia. Like, it's so expensive. I pay this much per week. And I'm like, you have an extra bedroom and I pay more than you in LA.
Crazy.
Like,
I would have a palace in Barbados for what I pay in rent.
For real. Right. But yet, like, we're here thugging it out, like doing what it is that we have to do. And like, I get those calls a lot, like, hey, why haven't you called me? Like, I haven't heard from you. What's going on? Like, I just feel like you haven't really been there for me. And I'm like,
I'm trying to be there for me. Yo.
Yeah, I actually forgot my name. I actually forgot my name because I'm like doing a podcast. I'm doing my own records. I'm doing kids music. Yeah. I'm doing vocal coaching. I'm singing background. I'm doing gigs.
Exactly.
And then by the time I get home, I feel like a soda bottle that someone's like shaken up, and then I'm like,
That's a great analogy.
Know what I mean? Like, how am I doing this? Like. And as a woman, for me, I'm like, how am I handling this life? Like, I'm living like honestly, a man. Like,
honestly, but it's what it takes. It's what we have to be in everything. There's no centralized track for us. There's no, okay, you put in this amount of years and this amount of hours, and you're going to get this nice job with these benefits and everything. We live in the most random place in the most random industry.
Totally.
It's just, you never know the opportunity is going to come from.
And then it's like, surprise, surprise.
Surprise.
Surprise, surprise. It's the unpredictable.
It falls on your lap.
Yeah. It's just like, hey, you make it today.
Yeah.
And then, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to ride this wave. And then it's like, okay, what next?
There are no waves for 30 years. Yep. What's happening?
But then other people get up at, do their 9 to 5 or whatever hour to whatever hour from Monday to Friday. And they get their paycheck at the end. We create ours. And then those are the people that are like, hey, you haven't called me recently. And it's like, I love you still.
You know how frustrating it is? Like, I was trying to talk to my best friends in architecture, and I was trying to equate. I wrote 100 songs last year, and I was trying to see what the equivalency of like what she does in terms of proposals and everything. I said, okay, you write 13 great proposals and you send to your boss, like, oh my gosh, you rock, you know, I'm gonna give you a raise, versus writing 100 songs and everyone's like, they're great songs, but nah.
But like, how much of those 100 songs do you actually use?
You just try until something lands, but it's like,
you're literally just sharpening the knife at this point.
But you also have to, there is no external validation whatsoever, or at least any indication that you're doing well. You have to know within yourself that you're doing something proper. I would consider the independent path like a long-term investor.
It really
you know,
is.
Long-term self-investment.
It's a cute hobby
until you make all the money back at once.
I actually just imagined it like just sitting there on a rock all day, just sharpening a knife with a rock. This is what we do.
I have a collection of knives at this point.
For the moment that a bear comes and you're like, got you, I can eat for like a month now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then you got to wait for the next bear. Next bear, or next weapon you make is a harpoon. You can spear a big fish and eat for the next 3 weeks. It's so random. It's so random.
And then we go to this point where you actually do get the accolades, and then people are like, "Oh, you've changed," or
oh my gosh.
So wait, you don't even know what we've gone through in order to just get to that. Honestly.
And there's always another degree of just annoyance when something positive does happen as a result of your tireless, endless work. And then they're like, oh, by the way, I knew you were going to do something good. You know, you're awesome. Like, I always believed in you. I was like, bro, where were you? The whole fucking time. You know?
Yeah, mine is like, oh, you're coming to this city? Hey, stranger. And it's like, I don't get free tickets, okay? So
damn right. Pay for one.
Yeah, exactly.
Buy the merch. Matter of fact, buy the music, please.
Stream it overnight.
Stream it overnight. Just let
repeat.
it go. Let it go and then buy it.
Actually, speaking of which, Rex has a new single. So if you go listen to it, what's it called?
Without You.
Without You. Fire. I woke up with it in my head this morning.
Hey.
And so did Brendan, our producer, my producer, our producer, our
your producer, but our producer today.
Our producer today?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's so addictive. And then also like to support, put it on. If you have a friend that does music, play their song on whatever streaming platform that you've got and just put it on repeat overnight.
And tell a friend.
Like, tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
If your friend, even if you don't like the song, love your friend. Put it on repeat overnight. Turn the volume down. Go to sleep. Give them some streams overnight.
Support small businesses.
We get how much? What is it? 0.00008 cents.
Something ridiculous.
Give us a little get us to $1.
No, please.
Yeah.
That would be.
We'd love
wonderful.
$1. But you know what? You've changed.
I know, right? I just
you got $5 now.
I can literally in the strip club 5 times, unless it's coins. Then all day,
Yeah, exactly. So buy the merch, go to the show, buy the tickets. What else? Repost.
You don't understand. Well, a lot of people don't understand just how much we appreciate the fact that you just help spread the word. Because there's so much music happening right now. And honestly, this industry is designed against people like you and me who are trying to crack through, to the point where I think I saw somewhere that unless you make 1,000 streams on Spotify, you don't get paid. But then there's still money that's being collected for all the artists that didn't break 1,000 streams.
Rude.
I mean, it's so rude. It's so rude. So yeah, if you have a musical friend or a creative friend, buy their painting or recommend it to somebody else. Buy their music. Go out to a show. These are the times where your support means the most. And then when we blow up and get famous, you get free tickets to the show and you get bragging rights.
Exactly. So as your girl, and since you called, I would say that if you're an independent artist and you're struggling and you don't know what to do, I would say keep going and build community with it. Find your friends that you can trade off with, that you can all right, this person has a strength that I don't have. Let's join forces. Let's have another friend that can do something else, that can take videos, and can build your army and join forces. And you got to use I always say this, you've got to use what you've got. You have everything you need. You always have everything you need. You don't realize it, but you are what you need. And I say that at the end of my episode, you are the one you've been waiting for. I say it every time. But,
and if I might add, not to cut you off, but if I might add, for the creatives out there who are having a hard time, continuing the path, the treacherous path that is independent artistry, if there's one thing for certain that I've learned in the 16 years at this point I've been doing music, is that if you don't quit, it's going to happen. The only guaranteed way that you won't make it is if you tap out. And that's not to say you might take a little break because it gets overwhelming. Yes, go rest, recuperate, recover, and come back and attack that. Because the more relentless you are, the more chances you have of actually cracking. And it will.
You've been chosen. You think you chose music. I'm sorry, it chose you. Yeah. Or you think you chose your art. It chose you.
And if you don't believe that sentiment, it will honestly haunt you, or you will keep finding yourself being pushed to the foreground. When my band started, I just wanted to play drums. I didn't want to sing. I didn't want to produce. I didn't want to do any of that stuff. Yeah. I just wanted to play drums with my friends. And every time in my life, at least creatively, when I've tried to shy away to the background, I keep getting booted to the front. Every single time.
Every time.
Without fail.
And what about the opportunity that you just...
Okay, so can we talk about that?
Sure, let's go. Not?
Bless you, Zenya. Bless you.
I recently couldn't travel to do a gig with Shabuzi, and I was like, the only person I can think of right now that I can trust to do this and do it really well is Rex. And Rex he's never done background for anyone. No. I'm like, is this insulting that I'm asking you to do this? He's like, No. So
Not at all.
All of a sudden, shipped off on a flight
to Bristol.
to Bristol
Man.
to do Glastonbury with
What a ride.
Shabuzi. But like, you didn't expect that.
No, not
But
in the
it's like,
slightest.
I just knew that Rex was trustworthy for the job. I've seen the way he works. I've seen the way he carries himself. I've seen the way he is in terms of like being on time. I've seen the way you're a perfectionist in every way. And I'm like, oh, this is a good person to represent me if I can't be there. So I shipped him off on a flight. I shipped him off. And the thing is, it's like, you don't know when these things are coming, you just got to be ready, because
you have to.
You didn't know you were getting that call.
I had no idea.
Probably had your week planned ahead to write another 12 songs. And I'm like, actually, you're going to be on a big stage in front of God knows how many people.
I think that's
an ocean of people.
Pretty much. An ocean's a great way to describe it. It was as wide as it was long.
Yeah.
As it was long. It was incredible. But what was I going to say? I was going to... oh, rest. Pause. I will say, as challenging as the independent journey is, or at least the creative journey is, one incredible trade-off is that you get to go on this incredible adventure.
Yeah.
Because you never really know. Like you said, I had no idea you're going to call me and say, hey, can you do this? It was not an insult. It was such a rich experience to be able to go through, and such an affirmation of my being on the right path, my making the right choice. So while you and I may struggle day to day trying to cut through all the noise, little pockets of time like that are great reminders that
you've done so much for me, and I've had so many people offer me opportunities like that. It was so nice for me to be able to pay it forward, but also it's always an exchange. Yeah. So I always make sure my family eats. Yeah. Rex is my family. Casey Phillips is my family. Like, my family eat. If we are in a team, if I see I've got an opportunity for you, I make sure you eat. And that's the nature of this independent business. Facts. If we want to have integrity, it's just important to have community in what we do, because like, I don't know what I would do. Like, my LA family is the one that's
it's really the only way to survive being independent. You need the community, you need the team.
Yeah.
And or else you're gonna go crazy.
The friends that we make out here in LA are literally the people we work with at this point, because we're always working. Yeah. We're always working. Yeah. So you may as well love the people you work with, Recommended. Okay, Rex. Yes. So where can everybody find you on socials? Okay, you can find me on Instagram at CallHimRex, on TikTok, which I'm now starting to post more on, at CallMRex, CALLEM Rex, because Call Him Rex wasn't available. RexATR.com, and on Spotify, Rex and the Rhythm, but with the and sign. Without You is out now. Stream that. So damn hard. Oh, I love that song. Living this life without you, baby. Yeah. Wait, let's do that again. Wait, I want to get my part right. Could you tell me, why is it so damn hard living this life without you, baby? Yeah, yeah. Why is it so damn hard? Oh, never thought I'd be without you. Yeah. This is my jam. I woke up with it in my head this morning. I can't get it out of my head. Brandon can't stop playing it in the car. So nice work. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Z. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for coming today. Oh, girl, it was my pleasure. I'm so grateful to have you, and I'm so grateful to have our regular conversations for the people to see. Absolutely. They don't have our numbers, but they have access to YouTube. So to watch this podcast, yo. At Candy House. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and tell us what you want to talk about as well. Thanks again for joining us on another episode of Not Your Guru, Just Your Girl. I'm your host, Zenya. And just remember, you are the one you've been waiting for. Until next time. Skipping through dimensions.